If you think that you need fancy English to get band 7 or above in the exam, then this video might change completely the way you prepare for the exam. Now, I'm a real former examiner, and I can tell you for certain that we do not care about fancy English. We really care about something that is much more important. Many candidates believe that higher band scores come from rare vocabulary, long and complicated sentences, very academic expressions, so they try to sound as impressive as possible. But this is often where their score drops in the exam. Examiners are trained to assess communication, and in my experience doing the exam, candidates often forget about the communication and they make it more complicated. Now, this lowers your score because it makes it more difficult for me as your examiner to understand what you're saying in the exam. Now, when candidates try to use fancy language, three things often happen in my experience. Number one, they often get the context wrong, so it can be really confusing when they say something. They often have fluency problems because they're trying to not think of the word they know naturally, but trying to think of a more complicated word. And this leads to them overthinking every single word they use during the exam. And the naturalness disappears. It actually causes a problem for the conversation in the exam. And all of these three things lower your score. Now, band 7 and band 8 answers, they sound calm, they sound controlled, they sound natural. They show that they can actually communicate with a native speaker in an English speaking country. Simple vocabulary is used precisely, complex grammar is used appropriately, and there is no overperformance or trying to impress the examiner. High level English is not dramatic, it is controlled and natural. So let's have a look at an example. One candidate might say, I vehemently advocate the implementation of government fiscal subsidies. However, a band 7 candidate might say, I strongly believe the government should support people financially. Now, the second one is clear, it's correct, and it's controlled. So therefore, it scores well in the speaking exam. Online, impressive language looks really exciting, but IELTS, it isn't marked for excitement. It's marked for consistency and communication. And if that communication is missing, then you get a low score in the exam, which is what most candidates do in my experience nowadays. So if you want a higher band score, stop trying to sound impressive. Focus on sounding clear, controlled, and comfortable. Fancy English doesn't increase your score, controlled English does. And if you want a real explanations from someone who actually marks the exam, then subscribe to this channel for lots of free videos to tell you exactly what to do in your next exam.